Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to talk about victimhood and how to change your own story in your head, which is a super exciting topic, so I'm glad you're here. Before we start, here's a disclaimer that I'm only talking about my own life experiences and how they can help you too. I am functioning as a life coach, not as a therapist, and I cannot talk about you individually specifically because I don't know you and your specific circumstances and trauma, what you've been through. So yeah, please, if it triggers you this topic we're going to talk about today, then yeah, just make sure you're getting help if you need it. With that being said, let's jump into the topic. So we all have a story that we're telling ourselves and other people about our past, right? We tell people what we have been through when we grew up, where we went to school for, and all these different kind of things, all these outer circumstances we're sharing with others when we meet them or when we get to know them a bit better. And there's two ways you can tell a story, either in an empowering manner, making you the hero of your story, feeling great about what you've been through, what you've accomplished, what you managed to accomplish. Or there's the other side of making yourself look like the victim and victimizing yourself in that story. And the difference is that one will make you feel amazing and good about yourself, and the other one will make you feel small and just insecure about who you are now. And you're also going to have a way different mindset that's not going to serve you. So how do you know if your story is empowering or victimizing? Well, there's two things you can do. So first, you can just be aware when you are telling your story to others and to see how that sounds. Are you gonna use words that are like, it's this person's fault, or because of this I did that? Or do you feel amazing and great, and do you say, this made me stronger, it was difficult, but I'm so glad I went through that and it helped me grow? Like, there's just some different phrases that you would use, whether if you are talking about yourself in an empowering way or as if you're talking about yourself as a victim. Second thing that you can do here is also ask yourself, how does the story make me feel? So how does my past make me feel? So what we want to do here is we want to look at your past and all the different situations that you've been through and just want to see them very objectively, and don't feel too emotionally attached to anything that happened, and not feeling sorry for yourself for anything that happened. And that has nothing to do with not being self-compassionate. We always want to be, we always want to cultivate self-love and being compassionate, but there's a difference between being compassionate with yourself and creating self-pity and just feeling sorry for yourself. And a lot of us make the mistake that we still feel victimized now to this day, even though the event or the situation or the obstacle or the bullying, whatever has happened 10 years ago maybe, and you still feel that way when you were there. And it's just a reaction of your body and of remembering that situation so vividly that you still feel like this little girl that has been treated wrong in school, for example. And that was something that has happened to me. It's a real life example. And I just remember that I felt like a victim for so long, and I was like, there's something wrong with me, I'm not good enough in so many different areas, and these bullies were right. And overcoming that and creating that self-love and that confidence to work through that, and to now say, I am good enough and I do great things, and I'm not perfect by any means, but I've overcome that doubt that there's something really wrong with me. So the first thing you want to do here is ask yourself, how do I feel about myself? It's a very good indicator on realizing if you are feeling sorry for yourself and blame other people. And I know it's very easy to blame other people, but blaming doesn't get us anywhere. So I don't want to talk about blame here. I want to talk about responsibility. We really want to focus on the present now, and how can we change the way that we think about the past and ourselves and all that stuff. Because if we are carrying the weight of our past on our shoulders, it's going to be a very heavy life that we're going to have to live through. And I don't believe that's necessary. So after we've looked at the past, we can now think about what has to change within ourselves, within our perspective of the past, and how can we pivot to make it look better and make us feel better and make us feel empowered. So I want you to think about things that you can be grateful for in your past that may have been a blessing in disguise. And these could be challenging things, these could be great things, they can be so many different things. So what is it really that things you can be grateful for, or things where you say that they have made you the person that you have become now, which essentially is everything. But we want to point out the good things, like what has really changed you as a human being and made you the way that you are now in a positive way. So for me, I have lost my mom to cancer 4 years ago, and that was a big challenge, the biggest challenge that I had to overcome in my whole life at that time. And now I can see what it has brought me and the good things it has brought with the circumstance. And I've learned so much about myself and about others and about family, and how I am responsible for myself and how that has helped me becoming the person that I am today. And I'm so grateful for that. And the truth is that we cannot change what has happened in the past. We cannot change these things, and we don't say that, oh, they were great and what a blessing, but we can make them a blessing. Like, we can, whatever turned out from them, they can be great. And there's so many things, so many beautiful things that are growing from hurt and from divorce and from just very traumatic life experiences. And this is why I want to invite you to look at whatever has happened and see if there is something that can shift within your perspective that may help you seeing that in a better light. Imagine your life as a movie or a book, and you are the main character of that movie, and you want to make this main character look and feel amazing. So how can you change and rewrite that story of your book or your movie, of your past, that you feel amazing, that you are the hero? Create that hero story in your head. So when you're talking about your past to other people, then you don't feel like the victim anymore, but you've actually grown from whatever you've been through, and you're now learning so many more things, and you're now opening up your potential and letting go of the barriers and the limits that make you feel like you're not good enough. I would always invite you to write things down and journal, and really just become aware of what are the things that you're telling yourself. And don't believe everything that you're telling yourself, because your thoughts are not you, and your thoughts can be crazy sometimes. So really detach from your thoughts. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to rewrite your story and how to feel empowered instead of victimized from your own past, and the words that you're using, and being more intentional. And in terms of words and intentional, I've wrote a beautiful small little ebook that's called A Course in Self-Love, and it's for free, and I want to give it to you. You can find the link down in the description below. I also hope if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love to be in contact with you. And I just hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.